Good morning again. It's Saturday. It's the 14th. This is kind of the point at which I start to hit a wall doing these videos. So bear with me. This one is okay. Tomorrow might need a bit more motivation. We'll see how we go. Right. Hope you all got through Friday the 13th without too much misfortune befalling you. Let's go for the lucky dip. See how we're going to do on a Saturday. Diablo. Okay. So then, Diablo. A blend of Brazilian and Honduras beans gives this coffee a rich, smooth, mild tasting, mostly with milk chocolate. That doesn't make sense. A blend of Brazilian and Honduras beans gives this coffee a rich, smooth, mild taste. Milk chocolate, cherry and sassafras notes, and a real pleasure to try. That makes a bit more sense. So rich, smooth and chocolate and cherry. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Now, Malden Coffee, you might want to grammar check the description for this one. However, Diablo. Oh, that's different. Okay. I don't know how they do that, but you can taste cherry in there. It's not a fruit coffee. It's just got a cherry hint. It's quite nice. So, the Saturday car is the drag car. So, this is my 1/25th scale Toyota Corona drag car. What I built myself. I bought just a plastic model kit of a Toyota Corona from one of these, Japanese model make kit suppliers. Threw most of it away, kept the body shell and the glass and the dashboard and the bumpers and a few bits and pieces. The rest of it under here is, well, it's a kit of parts that I got from Mr. D's Slot Car Drag Racing. I just said to him, provide me with all the bits I need and give me some instructions. And he gave me a great deal of help on how to build this car. It's the first one I've ever put together, literally soldering pieces of metal on a jig. And it did actually come out straight. I was quite impressed with that. The soldering is probably better up this end because I'd got the right flux by then. Down this end, it is bird poo, I think is the correct expression on YouTube. Can't tell you a great deal about it other than the fact that I think the motor's about a 66 or 64k RPM and it's got a dirty great big 50-tooth gear on the back. Foam tyres. The guides are fixed in a straight line. These pieces that hold the motor and the guide tongue and everything else are all made by Coford Engineering. There was a recent Electric Dreams track call where they spoke to him, so that's probably worth a watch. This car runs straight. I took it to UK Slot Fest and it ran straight, it ran pretty well. And then obviously drag racing stops for the summer, and then when it started up again in September, I went to the first one and I said to Mr. D, I'm coming to every one this year. And then in October, I had to go to a wedding, so I couldn't go drag racing. In November, I had a head cold and really didn't want to spread it to everybody too much. And December's slot car drag racing was last night. And unfortunately last night, I was having to babysit my son while my wife went out to her work's Christmas party. So having said I'm going to go to every single one, I've missed 3 on the trot. January, Mr. D, Andy and Ruben, everybody else. I'm coming and I'm running this car again. I find drag racing strange in slot cars. I mean, not in a bad way, but it really is just the tiniest of margins. You know, I mean, you're talking about running the drag strip in well under a second and hoping that you're 1,000th quicker than you were last time. It's beyond even the craziness of full-scale drag racing in terms of what the marginal gains are and what you can achieve from it. But from that kind of engineer, physicist kind of point of view, I do find it fascinating. I'm not an overly competitive person in terms of racing, but the challenge of the clock versus the challenge of the guy in the next lane, who I'm probably not as good as, the challenge of the clock intrigues me. I may even build a single lane drag strip at some point. You never know your luck. Anyway, it is now time for Mrs. Slottar's Christmas joke. Who is Frosty's favourite aunt? Aunt Arctica. That's not so good, and I think that's just wintry again, isn't it? See you tomorrow. Have a good weekend.